Why does one person's opinion of you still control how you feel years after they left your life? Why can a stranger's comment ruin your entire day, while the exact same words from someone else wouldn't touch you at all? You've probably told yourself it's because you're too sensitive, or that person just knew exactly where to hit you. Or maybe you've just decided some wounds never fully close. None of that is quite true. And what's actually happening is stranger and more useful than any of those explanations. Carl Jung spent decades studying why certain people have a grip on us that seems to defy logic. Not the people who hurt us the most, the people who hurt us the most specifically. The ones whose words still play on a loop in your head at 2 in the morning. Jung had a name for this. He called it projection. And once you understand it, you'll never see your own triggers the same way again. Here's the uncomfortable part. It's not really about them. Jung believed that the qualities we can't stand in other people are very often qualities we haven't confronted in ourselves. Not always, not every irritation is secretly about you. But the reactions that feel disproportionate, the ones that hit far harder than the situation seems to justify, those are worth a second look. Think about the last time someone's comment truly wrecked you, not annoyed you, wrecked you. If you're honest, the sting probably wasn't really about the comment itself. It was about a part of you that comment happened to land on directly, a part you'd already been quietly afraid was true. That's projection in reverse. It's not just about what you project onto others, it's about what other people's words are able to activate in you because the material was already sitting there, unexamined. This is why two people can say the exact same sentence to you, and one bounces off completely while the other one levels you. It was never about the sentence. It was about which one of them touched something you hadn't dealt with yet. Jung wrote that everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves. Most people hear that and immediately want to argue with it. That resistance is usually the clearest sign it's true. Here's where it gets harder to hear. The person who still has power over you, the ex, the parent, the friend who betrayed you, the boss who humiliated you, they don't actually hold power in the present moment. What they hold is a key to a room inside you that you've never gone back into. Every time you replay what they said, you're not actually reliving the argument. You're circling a wound that was never given the chance to close, because closing it would mean walking directly into the thing you've spent years avoiding. This is why simply going no contact, blocking someone, moving cities, cutting them off entirely, so often doesn't bring the peace people expect. The person is gone. The activation isn't, because the activation was never really coming from them. It was coming from the unresolved material inside you that they happened to touch. Jung called the unconscious material we refuse to look at the shadow. And the cruel irony is this: the parts of yourself you refuse to examine don't stay hidden. They find their way into your life anyway, disguised as other people's power over you. You think that person controls how you feel. What's actually true is that your own unexamined shadow controls how you feel. And that person simply knows, consciously or not, exactly where the door is. So how do you stop this? Not by getting stronger, not by building thicker walls, not by telling yourself their opinion doesn't matter, because if it truly didn't matter, you wouldn't be replaying it right now. The actual answer is uncomfortable, because it requires doing the opposite of what every instinct tells you to do. Instead of turning away from the reaction, you turn directly toward it and ask one honest question. What does this touch in me that's already true, or that I'm afraid might be true? Not what they meant, not whether they were fair, what it touched. If someone calls you lazy and it destroys you, the useful question isn't how dare they. It's, is there a part of me that's genuinely afraid that's accurate and I've never actually looked at it directly? This is not the same as agreeing with the person who hurt you. It's not about deciding they were right. It's about taking their words out of their hands entirely and putting the material back where it actually lives, inside you, where you can finally do something with it. Once you locate the actual wound instead of the person who poked it, something strange happens. The next time someone says something similar, it simply lands differently. Not because you've built a wall, because there's nothing left standing behind the door for them to hit. This is what real emotional freedom actually looks like, and it's almost never what people expect. It's not becoming someone nothing can touch. That version of strength is just another wall, another performance, and it collapses the moment something finally gets through. Real freedom is being fully touchable and discovering that it no longer costs you anything, because there's nothing left hidden for anyone to expose. The people who seem unbothered, who seem to have some kind of immunity other people don't have, they didn't get there by avoiding their wounds. They got there by walking directly into the rooms they'd spent years locking. You don't need that person to apologize. You don't need them to understand what they did. You don't even need them to know you've changed. Their power over you was never really theirs to begin with. It was a key you handed them, made from a lock you never went back to examine. Go back to the lock, not the person holding the key. If this is the first time you've heard your own reaction explained instead of just described, that's usually the sign there's real work waiting for you here. What's one thing someone said to you that still replays, even now? Ask yourself honestly what it touched, not what they meant. Write it in the comments if you're willing, and if this made sense to you, there's more of this waiting for you across the channel. This isn't the last room, it's just the first door.